Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a Should I Buy Tower Tag VR, a game on the Steam store for all the major headsets. It normally retails for $15. It's currently on sale 33% off, and it's on a free-to-play weekend. This is also on Viveport Infinity. So I played this game on the free-to-play weekend on Steam. I played on Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday. On Thursday and Friday nights, it was pretty late, and I didn't run across other players. On Saturday, I usually ran into at least one other player when I logged on, but usually it was only one other player. This match that I recorded was actually the most amount of players that I ever encountered, and it was a 3 versus 2 match, so there was a bot involved. Luckily, there are bots, and I found the bots to be challenging, but not very fun to play with or against. It's definitely more fun to play against other players, and this is a nice multiplayer game. There is a nice gameplay loop, but there's also not a lot of depth or variety to the gameplay. So there's only 3 game modes. Team Deathmatch, Elimination, and a Tower Capture mode. And there are quite a few different maps in this game. And there's definitely different layouts for this game for each of the maps, so they do feel different in that way. However, as far as the actual visuals for this game, they were all pretty bland. So all the maps, even though they were laid out differently, kind of blended in together, and it was hard for me to notice the difference between one from the other, even though the layouts were different, and thus the strategy for the match was different depending on the layout for the map. Now, in this game, basically, there's 3 different actions you can take. You can capture towers, so you can move around faster, so there is no locomotion. You got to move within your play space, and as you can see, there's some barricades there that you can get behind to get behind cover. There's also the tower, and you'll need to be able to walk around it in order to get out of the line of sight, and also to get a line of sight of your enemy. So like I mentioned, you're capturing towers. You can also heal your teammate, and obviously you shoot the enemies as well in the 3 game modes that I mentioned earlier. And it's a fun gameplay loop. It really is. This definitely does have esports potential, but there are several things holding it back at the moment, and I believe the reason why the player base is not as big as it can be. There were very few players online when I tried this on the free-to-play weekend. And one of those things holding this game back is the lack of variety. So you only have one weapon, your handgun. There are no other weapons in this game, and you're only using your dominant hand motion controller. So you're not, in this case I'm right-handed, I never use my left hand motion controller for anything in this game. All you're using is your handgun, and your handgun has an automatic fire, and you can also tap the trigger on your handgun, and that actually shoots faster than the automatic fire. The other weird thing about this game is that the automatic fire starts going slower after a while, but you can keep pressing trigger throughout, and you'll still be shooting at a high rate of fire faster than the automatic fire. So it's always to your benefit to be hitting that trigger as fast as you can in order to get the best results. You can also take down the barricades with your fire from your handgun, and basically you try to flank enemies and try to work together, heal your teammate if necessary, and try to capture as many towers as possible, or make your enemy think that you are, in order to move them out of their position. So there is quite a bit of strategy to this game, but there just isn't enough variety. This game needs more weapons, more than just a handgun. I'd like to see your left hand be used for something in this game. I'm thinking something like a smoke grenade, some kind of throwable object or a shield. Maybe make healing part of that versus using your alternate fire in your weapon for healing. Something to make this game just a little bit more strategic than it currently is. I like to see more visual variety between the different maps. This game needs a ton of new weapons as well. Shotguns, sniper rifles, you name it, it needs it. And I like for the game to run just a bit better. on my 1060 GTX, it was getting 60, 45 frames per second. But given the visuals for this game, which aren't the best, it should be running at 90 frames per second. So, should I buy Tower Tag VR? The answer is no. There's just not enough players playing this game, and I'm afraid this game might be dead in the near future. So I don't recommend it for that reason, but it is a solid multiplayer shooter with potential to be great. It's just not there yet, and I think it needs several things in order to be better overall. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. If you liked my video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.